Hello everybody and welcome back to Europa, where we need to attack Shibe here. This is not going to be easy because of their numerical advantage and the fact that they have Nanai and Heishi on their side. Now, Heishi is allied with a number of locations. They would join, so we need to be a little bit cautious about that. But the first thing that I want to do here is I want to get us maxed out on the naval force limit. So let's go ahead and drop our rooting out of corruption so that we can get a little bit of cash and get that galley building here. Shibe is definitely going to be difficult. There's no doubt about it. They've got 18,000 troops. Oh, they had rebels here. They're probably fighting rebels. That's almost certainly what it was. Wait, I just clicked through that. We're no longer rivals? Is that what that said? If that's the case, there should be a second pop-up here in a moment. Okay, we're rivaled to them. Yeah, rivalry has dropped. Interesting. I think on the month tick, yeah, we lost to humiliate Casus Belli against Shibe. Now, why would that happen? Negative 99 prestige. They were at 30 prestige just a moment ago when I opened this up. I noted that because we're at 0 prestige, so they would have a morale bump. What would have caused this? 17k, maybe an attrition tick? They're still allied or rivaled with Korea, so maybe the game thinks they clipped us or something, but that prestige, and their soldiers are going down. They might have more widespread rebels than we knew, so they might be fighting multiple rebels here. That doesn't explain the prestige. I don't know what would cause losing like 130 prestige in like a couple of minutes like that. Right at the beginning of the episode, I saw it was 30. That was one of the things that I checked when I checked the number of soldiers. Strange. This does mean that this is an opportunity for us, of course. With their prestige being this weak, that's a big deal. They're also not reinforcing their soldier count, it seems. Well, let's go ahead and get that galley going. There we go. I would definitely want to attack them in this time period. This seems like a good time to attack. So let's go ahead and debase here. And we are going to bring in some mercs just to bulk up our troop count. We're also going to bring up our army and fleet maintenance. This is one of their fleets right here. This is Shibe here. And they also have a transport fleet up here. This is only light ships. And then I believe the rest of their fleet is docked here. We'll see in a moment once Orachoni goes in here. Yes, so they had 5 galleys and 6 transports there. That's not a problem. We should be able to deal with that. So we should be able to rule the seas here. And I'm going to take a loan here. I'd like to stop debasing, if at all possible. So we're going to take a loan. And we're going to walk over here with our mercs. We're going to let our mercs regenerate. They're still allied with Heishi, as expected, of course. And Heishi is Miltech 6, so that's a problem for us. Nanai is Miltech 4, but they've started building troops, I see. They're up to 3k. That's probably about their force limit. So, their prestige is recovering. We're going to need to attack sooner rather than later. For now, all we're doing is we're waiting on our mercs here to recover their morale. It only goes up by 11.3 per month. So we're going to have to wait a little bit here. But I definitely want to attack Shibe. Korea is still allied, or rivaled with them rather, right? Yes, they are. So why are they no longer valid for us, but they are for Korea? The only thing I can imagine is that they gained in power somehow in that calculation. So in theory, they should be scarier for us to attack now. But in reality, they took that huge prestige hit, and I feel like this is our chance. Okay. So we're going to attack here fairly soon. I think one more morale bump. In fact, we can probably go ahead and do it now. So let's go ahead and... where's their fleet at? I want to take out their fleet. It must be down here. It's just patrolling this coast. Yeah, here it comes. Okay, so we're going to wait until the fleet is in position. They're going to get turned around here. Our mercs have regenerated their morale, so that's perfect. They're going to come on in here. Okay, we're going to wait for them to move because it's a little easier to see that way. And now the next time the lock appears, which is now, we declare this. Heishi is the concern here. But Heishi actually won't join. Perfect. I love it. Let's go. That's amazing. So the question now becomes, can we actually take Shibe? We'll find out. It's still a little risky. Although their naval morale was definitely down. No doubt about that. So that's dealt with. I do want to... Actually, their transports are exiting. Let's go up there and see what we've got. We'll take Bahori for the moment. This is our war goal here. Ando's opinion. Okay, sure. I do also want to fabricate a claim, but we can't actually do that while at war. Fair enough. Okay, so we eliminated those guys, and we actually captured a fair number of ships out of all that. We're going to come back over here because we're going to take Bahori and push these guys back out. We do have naval supremacy here, absolutely, right now. So over we come. Their entire fleet is here right now. We have corrupt admirals. Fair enough. So we now occupy this, and we're going to fight their navy. Okay, we see Shibe's army up here. They are 50% cavalry. This is not their whole army, but it is close to it. We're going to head up over this way. This will auto-cap back, so that's not ideal for us. This fort here should auto-cap it back. We do have access to temples. We'll go ahead and take that, and we will take out a loan here soon. That's expected. With this kind of a power play, going into debt is completely acceptable. Okay. So we're at 3% right now. This is actually not capping back. We do take a loan. That's fine. Now, we can't go over this way because of the fort here in Herha. We're going to have to take this fort. And that's okay. It looks like they don't want to fight us. Fair enough. These guys are capping here. I didn't actually intend to split up the forces like this, but I guess it's fine. What is the supply limit here? Supply limit is 16. Okay, so we're going to swap these around. This is interesting. They're fairly split up here. We're going to let these guys come in and take control of this siege. And then we're going to try to head to Bahori. Now, they could come in and try to attack our... Oh, we don't have enough here. We're actually going to just turn right on around and come back. We don't have enough to siege here, so that's not going to work. I was thinking that we would continue the siege while these guys tried to catch this force out. That's not going to happen, so that's okay. We're going to need to take out this fort. That is a very high priority. Meanwhile, our vassals are going kind of nuts up here. I like it. So we will continue this siege for the time being. Unfortunately, it's going to take a very long time. And our manpower is not great. There's no doubt about that. But this is still going to be a huge war if we can get it. Now, they're going to take back the war gold. That's okay. They have 20k troops here. Fair enough. Yeah, this is going to be a rough siege. No doubt about it. So they're on their way back to Pigeon. Now, we can't go there, obviously. I want to select both of these, thanks. Oh, land movement blocked by hostile fort. It won't even path around. Okay, I gotcha. They have troops heading up here. Do we abandon the siege and fight them? They decided not to. Well, we still abandoned the siege. So we're going to head up over here. This fort is a bit problematic for us, for sure. I want to eliminate their army before we settle in for sieges. So that's okay. We did take another loan. We knew that this was going to be happening. Are they going up to tier? Wait, actually, if they crossed here, that would be good for us. I would like to allow them to do that. They don't want to go to Orok. But they're locked. So we're going to go in here. We're going to fight these guys. We may get the crossing penalty. They have moved up to Ulch. So they're abandoning this force. Interesting. Okay, so that's a retreat. And then they're moving to Fudali. We'll go ahead and attack them there, but we don't actually get there in time. So we're going to head over this way, see what we can get. And in the meantime, our vassals are just kind of running around over here. I'd like to set Chowchevny to take their capital, if we could. That'd be amazing. Please go do that. Okay, so we're going to head over this way. I would like to catch these guys, because I want to actually see how we measure up. I do expect that we win with their force split up like this. But we'll just turn over like so. Okay, we won a battle in the Navy over here. We're going to catch them here. Okay, this looks good. Orachoni, I would like... Well, these are level 2 forts. So Orachoni kind of can't do anything over there. Yeah, we're absolutely crushing them. And that's due to their prestige and the fact that we have a Miltech on them. And that their whole army isn't here. Their army is split up right now. So this is actually a very big deal for us. I like it. So we'll cap here. This is currently occupied by Orachoni. We're going to return that to Orachoni, so that's okay. We'll send our... Actually, Orachoni is going to siege here. That's fine. No, they're not. They're not going to siege. We're going to walk over to Herha at this point. I feel like this war is in the bag. Basic financial instruments there. I don't have an explanation for the prestige. I don't know what could have possibly done that. But whatever it was, made this war a lot easier. This war would have been very difficult if they had had 30 prestige. We may even have lost the war in that situation. I think that's unlikely. I think we could have pulled out a victory through clever maneuvering, but we wouldn't have been able to fight them straight up. That's for sure. So we're going to get some sieging done over here. They can come siege Orok if they want. That's fine. They can even siege Bahori. I don't care about that. I'm completely comfortable with what's happening here. Meanwhile, our vassals are sieging over here, and I love it. In fact, I'm going to tell... Yeah, we took another bank loan. That's a bit of a problem, to be sure, but I'm going to tell these guys to focus on siege. I want our vassals to siege. So they're going to take this back. That's expected. If we can take this fort, that really opens things up for us. Status quo again. Oof. And we have to exit that direction. Yeah, I mean, we basically need to finish up this fort. If they go and siege Orok, that's fine. Orachoni, why don't you come on over here, buddy? There you go. Just come do something. Be useful. Thank you. Okay. So they're up in tier. I keep hoping that they cross this channel so we can trap them over here. That would be amazing. But so far, they have not done that. We did get a breach in the wall here. So that's good. These guys have finished taking the capital. That's really good too. Okay. Like I said, if we get this fort, that opens up a lot of opportunities for us. I would also like to tell both of these guys to go after this fort down here. Unfortunately, I don't think they'll both do it. Okay, we just gained some corruption there. That's unfortunate. Minus 35% here. Minus 21 now. Okay, good. Yeah, they're running a bit of muck up here. I'm okay with this. I'll allow it. Okay, they took that. I wish Orachoni wasn't sitting here. That would be ideal, but they are, and there's not a lot we can do about that right now. So they're going up to siege up here. I like it. This war definitely would have been more difficult if they had had the prestige, but I still think we would have won it with our Miltech advantage. So I don't think ultimately that really changes things. I mean, Heishi not joining, that changes things. But that's something they would have done anyway, apparently. We'll gain some army professionalism here, and we do have some Tengri zealots brewing up here, but we'll deal with them after the war. We're up to 7% on this siege. This is not an efficient way to siege this, but we just... Korea, did you declare a coattail on us? That's Shibe. Yes, Korea did declare a coattail on us. That makes me really upset. Okay, Korea, you're being jerks. I wanted to let you in on this war, but no, you had to go it alone. Thanks, Korea. Thanks. We really need this fort to finish its siege, to limit what Korea can get here. Please, fort. Please finish. Any moment now. Okay, we won it. Fantastic. We're going to send the mercs. Actually, no, no, we're going to send the mercs over this way, and then we're going to go grab this in hopes that we can prevent Korea from getting too much. This is Mongolia over here. Sure. Okay. So, I mean, Korea clearly saw the same opportunity we did. But we're going to grab a bunch of territory over here. So we're going to head up to Kuru next. There we go. And these guys, they're going to head over here. Awkward because of the fort, but Korea's sieging that fort. So we can give up these two provinces. That's not a big deal. Our vassals are up here sieging this territory back. They've now given up on Orach and are heading up over this way. I like it. So we're going to need to take a little territory over here, but we also need to fight their army, I feel like. Although if they're just going to sit here, that's okay. I don't mind that. So we're going to go to Bahori. Actually, we're going to go to Fudali here. We're not going to full occupy them because of Korea, but that's okay. Korea wants military access. We are going to decline that right now. We do not want to assist Korea in their war. Okay. So that's going well there. They're heading up over this way. Sure. This looks fine. No problem there. Our vassal is going to take back Ulch. And we need to head down to Pigeon. We need to just occupy everything that they've got right now. This is of utmost priority. And deoccupying this is good too. Cool. So we're at 74% war score. We can enforce our peace whenever we want. We're not quite to the point where we want to do that yet, but we're very close. Okay, they're not sieging back over here. They're just moving. So this is perfect. Korea has finished their siege. Okay, they are sieging back over here right now. Oh, they stopped. Okay, good. We're good. Well, that war was a little weird. There's no doubt about it. I can't explain the prestige, but it's okay. We'll allow it. This war will, of course, turn us into a relatively big power, actually. So that gives us everything we wanted here. Well, with the exception of Ferdinand and Hunkun. That's okay. So for right now, we can't vassalize Shibe because we do not want to be in a war against Korea. That's absolutely not something that we want. But Korea declared a coattail war. And we are going to return cores to Orachoni. That's to Solon. Okay, so Orachoni. Fantastic. Orachoni is, of course, our vassal. So we're going to give them back all of that territory. Then we can make Nanai be our vassal, which we'll do. And then we can take some territory up this way. We can make them be landlocked. And we can get something along the lines of this. Now that'll be a lot of aggressive expansion. 43. We're going to have to chill after this for sure. But that's okay. This is a huge deal. We send this demand. That's the maximum we were going to get. Okay. Now we get rid of our mercs. And we need to work on annexing these lads. We're going to have some vassal issues. There's no doubt about it. We no longer need a spy network here. Our corruption is growing. We're going to need to core a lot of locations here. We have no rival, and Shibe apparently is eligible to be a rival again. I guess we cut them down to size? Sure. That's fine. We're going to cut our fleet maintenance here. We are, I think, wildly over our fleet limit. Yeah, we're going to have to drop our fleet size pretty dramatically. We captured a lot from them. So what are we going to drop here? Well, how much do we need to drop, actually? 11. So, we are going to drop 2 light ships and all of our transports for now. There we go. Perfect. For the moment, we can also drop off our army maintenance, and we can root out a little bit of corruption. Cool. We have enough to repay 2 of our loans as well, and we'll go ahead and instantly do that. We need to root out corruption again, up to about 0.1. There we go. And now, we're going to have a pretty major vassal issue here. And that is going to be because if we look at this, the relative army power of all vassals to Ainu is 86%. So we're going to need to deal with that. Chavchuveni is going to be the way that we're going to work on that to start with. And we will immediately begin improving relations with them. We're going to need to bring this up to 200, but that's okay. We can definitely do that. No problem there. And yeah, Shibe definitely got cut into there. Nanai we're going to need to improve relations with as well. Orachoni is very happy because we returned a bunch of provinces to them. So Orachoni is super pleased with us. I like it. Now, Korea's going to take a little bit of Shibe over here, and we'll see what they end up taking. But for right now, I'm very happy with what we got out of that. That's absolutely huge. We got a ludicrous amount out of it. So we can't make this a core yet until these finish up. That's fine. But we absolutely need to enter a chill period here because everybody's going to be pretty upset at the aggressive expansion. Actually, Korchin isn't that mad. Korea, what do you think? Only 5? We got like 40-some aggressive expansion. Yeah, 41 on Shibe. Okay, well, that falls off very quickly. I'm very glad about that, to be sure. Orachoni embraced feudalism. That's actually really, really good for us. That means that that's going to be spreading nicely. I do want to take a bit of a look here at how much it would cost us to embrace feudalism. 120 gold? That's worth it. We're going to debase a couple of times here. And we can actually then do that right now. Done. So that's feudalism. Good. That will cut our tech costs tremendously. Also, can we actually reach this trade node now? No, we can't yet. Wow, okay. I guess because Orachoni and Nanai are closer, but man, I really feel like we should be able to reach that trade node. But we can't, so that's okay. Now, we do have provincial unrest in all of these locations, and for the time being, we're just going to bump the autonomy here up to 100%. Like, there's... That'll help us dramatically right now, and that's very important. Orachoni wants a royal marriage. We accept that. These guys, we do have a royal marriage with, I believe. Actually, we don't. We would need to have a diplomat for that. But for the time being, we're going to continue working on our other 2 vassals for that. Now, we could, in theory, annex Orachoni fairly soon, right? Actually, yeah, we could. But we're not going to. We're going to keep Nanai and Orachoni for the moment. Okay, Korea just took this location up here. That's fine. I don't hate that. Orachoni pretender rebels. Okay. It's unfortunate. But we'll bump up our army maintenance and head on over. We'll go deal with those for them. Yeah, our corruption is going to grow until we get these cored. That's fully expected. Shibe has rivaled us. And we're going to need to wait a little bit for this to return. So on 1 August is maybe a little fast still. We'll go for 1 September. Okay, let me bump up to speed 4 here. No, that's 21 August. What am I doing? Okay, 1 September. Now, they're moving down to Bahori, so we'll just move down there as well. Cool. So we're going to be in a chill period for a little bit here, while we get all this under control. The Trade League of Korchin has disbanded. And there you go, Orachoni. Got that dealt with for you. Excellent. We didn't stack wipe them, but Orachoni can handle it from here. I hope. Yeah, they can handle that. I'm a little surprised that they're not getting stack wiped. Pretender rebels, huh? Okay. Well, Orachoni, you gonna go after them? Or do we have to do that for you? I guess we'll head down there. Just make sure that they're dealt with. They're going to retreat probably up this way, if I had to guess. Actually, they're going to go into Korea, and from there, they should be taken care of. Korea should handle it. So we're going to drop our army maintenance back down, and we're going to root out some corruption again. There we go. And with that, it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we're going to try to solidify a little bit here. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time.